Yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I'm Penn.
I am Pops.
What is going down, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
What is today, man? I have November 1st on these notes because I forgot to edit correctly, but I think that's not the case. What is it, November 14th? 1-4. Uh-oh. Tomorrow, 15th. You know what that means. Banks is going to be busy, dog. It's the 15th, 1st and 15th.
I won't be there tomorrow.
Good for it. No, I wasn't saying that for you. I was saying that for the people getting their checks. That's all. You know, 15th.
Don't come see me. I won't be there.
15th is a big day for y'all. Wake up. 1st and 15th of the month. Well, yeah, man. Happy November 14th. It's Monday. Monday Night Football is on tonight. The Philadelphia Eagles are playing, I believe, right?
Yes, and the Commanders.
So the Philadelphia Eagles have a bye tonight?
Correct.
Yep. Coming into next Sunday, which we will get into. We got a big game coming to Naptown next Sunday. But what's going on, man? How the hell you feel? How your week? How your spirits? What's popping? Check in.
Good. Nothing new to report. Wake up, go to work.
I like
go
your
to
hoodie.
sleep.
I fuck with that hoodie a lot.
Thank you. I think it was time to bust it back out.
Can I get a little volume, like a little overall volume
To your headsets?
Mm-hmm. Just a little something. Just a little something in there. I can't hear you or me very much in there, actually. Quite truthfully. I appreciate you. See,
better?
That's much gooder. I like that.
Is that good?
Absolutely. I appreciate
There
that. Yeah, I like that hoodie. Is that a new joint? You get that this year?
No, I wore it to the Colts game.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Very basic,
But then I put it away for a couple weeks, so
rightfully
I didn't really feel for the shoe at the time.
I am not mad at. I completely 100% support that. You feel a little bit better?
Yeah, I've got one shoe on.
You don't have. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
At
that.
least a flip flop or a sandal or
No
something.
doubt. I was actually gonna say I got some flip flops on.
Yeah.
I'm not all the way back, but Mr. Saturday's got me.
Yeah, I haven't busted out my Nikes again.
No, but I'm not barefoot no more.
No, yeah, there is something protecting my feet.
That's what's up. So nothing to report. Nothing crazy. Nothing boom. Me. You know your boy was in the ER last week. That was freaking weird.
That was fun.
I was in the ER Monday. Leg was all swollen up. Found out I had a torn labrum and arthritis in my hip.
Looked like you had elephantitis or something.
That shit was mad swollen, bro. That shit was mad swollen.
Yeah.
But they gave me no instructions, so we're just gonna keep doing what the hell we do. They said if it doesn't hurt, do it. So got an MRI coming next Tuesday. Leg's not swollen no more. It's almost like the shit didn't even happen. So we're here. We're kicking it. Big ups to Joey. Thank you for checking in. Big ups to Gigi. Love you, sis. Thank you for checking in. Your boy's good. Your boy's fine. I promise. But yeah, man, we got a great show on deck. What the hell we got tonight, bro?
Yeah, as you wrote, it's a good episode to be an Indy fan. Good to be an Indy fan for once.
I was in the wrong notes. I was in episode 17 confused on why the hell we were going to talk about the same shit we were talking about last week. So I'm happy that I opened up the right one.
Yeah,
I was mad confused. I was like, what
Did
the
we not edit this?
Did we not just talk about this shit?
Take two, y'all.
But yes, that's what I was going to say. It
Yeah.
is a great week to be an Indy fan. Thank you for filling in right there for your boy.
Gotcha.
We had it. It is a great week. Colts won. Pacers look good, 500, 6-6. Indiana Fever got that number one pick.
Huge, congrats.
No doubt. Matty Ice is back under center. For the love of God, thank you. Peyton Manning's former center is our interim head coach. So there's a lot of things that are getting back to center. See what I did there?
I see what you did
I feel
there.
centered.
Yeah, it's like a circle.
Yeah, man. Our Around the World episode tonight. We got some NFL top 5, who our top 5 teams are. I think that they're pretty similar, but probably a little bit different in there. We'll see. College football shenanigans, the weekend roundup, what went down. We got something good for y'all at the top of the key. Not gonna tell you what that is quite yet, but I think they're gonna be interested in that one. POPS. Early MVP NBA candidates, and of course, we got the PJ Tucker corner shot. And Assholes in Action are back. We got a special edition for you from the corner shot of another asshole in action. Womp, coming out here and messing it up for everybody. That's how it be, though. Shoutouts. Yo, big ups to Indianapolis, freaking Indiana, yo. This weekend, the Indiana Pacers got a win, right?
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts got a win.
Yep.
The Indiana Fever announced their new head coach and got the number one pick for the first time. That's the first time in Indianapolis history that we have had a number one pick.
Yeah,
bro.
we've been in the lottery so often and somehow have not stumbled into the first pick. We've had two multiple times, but haven't had a first overall pick in a while. And now all I got to say is hopefully they don't actually just like release the person.
Oh, look at you!
been.
No, new culture. Come on,
Yeah,
we're changing
just
all
saying.
new cultures going on
Just
here in
saying.
Naptown. But to the players, to the coaches, to the staffs, to the fans, like it's been a lot going on for everybody the last few weeks, the last month.
It has been very active
all
in the social
summer.
media
Like
world.
it has been very, very active. So kudos to you, Colts Twitter, Pacers Twitter, Indianapolis and Indiana Twitter for sticking around, or just fans, period, for sticking through it. I promise better days are ahead for sure. Just stick with us, baby. Naptown all day. Around the world,
Let's go, Willie.
let's go edit from the corner, man. From the corner, we're gonna kick it off. We are pretty much, I'd say, a little bit more than halfway through the college season. We got like 3 weeks left, 4 weeks left.
Yeah, more than halfway. Yeah, we've two, right?
We have 2 weeks left.
Well, two regular season, then the yeah, so three total.
Fuck.
Yeah, because what we've
It's
got.
November.
I mean,
Thanksgiving
Michigan
is next
OSU
week.
games in 2 weeks.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Wow, bro.
it's not this coming Saturday.
No,
it's the
so we are
following.
pretty much through the college
Yeah,
footballs or
yeah.
through the NFL season, halfway through the NFL season, pretty much all the way through the college season, which is absolutely crazy. So we're going to talk about our top 5 NFL teams, bro.
Let's go.
You want to go first this time?
No, go ahead.
I'll go first. 5 for me, Baltimore Ravens. This is actually...
Oh, we're going 5-1.
I gotta go 5-1.
5-1.
Gotta go 5-1.
Okay. Okay.
This is actually based on potential for me. I can't lie. I
like that.
I gotta keep it all the way thorough with you. I do believe the New York Giants are probably better right now.
Okay.
Did the Baltimore Ravens and Giants play this year? They have not, right?
Don't believe.
I don't
so.
think they did, but I have to believe if Daniel Jones and Lamar Jackson were to face off in a football game, either whether on neutral turf or in New York, I have to believe that Lamar Jackson would get that W and would beat them.
I'm looking at.
So based on that and the fact that Baltimore
no, they
is,
lost to the Giants already.
Shit.
24-20.
Shit.
24-20. They lost to the Giants.
Well, that almost, I should have done a little bit more research and looked
Probably.
up that schedule. I was this close to doing it, but I was like almost positive they didn't play. Shit. I still can't take it back, man. I think that had to be a fluker. I don't know. They should be able to slay it. You know what I mean?
Like you said, our thought processes were similar,
right?
In our list for sure. So I'll go when I talk about mine. I'll kind of bring that up. But yeah.
4. I had Dallas in there until last night. I really, really did. I had the
You did. I was gonna say, that's not what you
right?
had.
The shit, you know what I mean? You got, hey man, you got to be changing shit based on what you see. That's why you got to watch these games. I had Dallas in there all the way, to be honest with you, and that was tough for me because I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys. But yesterday at noon, they were the 4th best team in the NFL to me, and then they lost to Green Bay on the road in a tough loss. But you still,
Lost.
You can't lose to Green Bay.
Can't lose to Green Bay the way Green Bay's been playing.
That's exactly the point right there. Therefore, it's the Miami Dolphins, bro. Tua's balling. You know, I heard a stat that he is 7-0. They are 7-0 when he plays a complete game this season.
Yeah.
Damn. Is he an MVP candidate? Isn't that tough? It's tough for you to say out loud, isn't it?
No, it's not tough to say out loud. I think it's tough for anyone to say out loud because there are still so many Tua haters out there
Taters.
that. Yeah, the good old taters. That people they don't fully believe that he's the guy. Very similar to Hurst not being like, are they?
Jalen?
They don't want to.
Jalen.
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't want to say it quite
They
yet.
can't commit.
Tua's kind of in the same boat to me. They can't commit.
I think Jalen's way closer to being able to
For
commit
sure.
than Tua
For sure.
is, my ninja.
But Tua, again, and it's like a Miami Dolphins team that's been so bad for so long that they're like, at some point
They're
they're
scared
going
to
to
say.
implode.
They're scared
right?
for sure.
At some point they're
for
going to
sure.
implode.
It's Tua. We're talking about
Yeah.
Tua, guys. We're talking
Yeah.
about Tua. All right. Defense is only getting better. Defense has only gotten better, and they're legit, man. So I got to put them at 4. Clearly, Kansas City's at 3 for me. I mean, they got Patrick Mahomes. As long as they got Patrick Mahomes, they're going to be a top 3 team. I don't really know what else I can say about that. I'm done. Minnesota Vikings. Those MFers are real, bro.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings are real. Kirk Cousins is getting it done. He actually might be comeback player of the year, quite truthfully. I mean, is that a possibility? Or is it got to go to Geno? I don't know, but, like, he's getting it done.
I do like Geno.
You think it'll be Geno?
I just like Geno. I've always liked Geno. His is how long will I have the opportunity? Like, he's never been able to, like, this is the first time that it's like
they handed him the keys.
They handed him as like, go be our quarterback, not like, okay, you got a couple games. This is finally like, okay, let me go. I don't have any pressure. I can just go do my thing.
No doubt. But Kirk Cousins, man, they got Jay Jefferson, your boy Hawkinson, which I still don't understand why the Lions traded him.
It makes no sense.
Now that I've seen him play with them,
everyone was confused.
That's very, very stupid. That's very stupid. D Cook. So yeah, number 2, and obviously number 1, my Super Bowl pick from the jump, undefeated, only team left, Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got?
Yeah. Similar thought process on the 5. I've got New York Football Giants.
Yeah, that's probably right.
6-3 for Baltimore, I feel like is a little bit of an underachievement. I think that
their defense is underachieved for sure.
Their defense is underachieved. That scares me a little bit. Lamar started out so damn hot the first 2-3 weeks of the season, then has kind of cooled off, and I know that just because he's my quarterback in my fantasy team, so that hasn't helped at all.
Appreciate you a lot for that.
He gave me 42 points the first week. He gave me 17 last week. So,
but what's a quarterback supposed to give you? It's not going to be 42. Is it supposed to be like 25 a game?
25 a game, but why you choose like a Lamar who can also rush the ball, you're going to get points for yardage in general. So it's like
Snarf.
Like,
yep. I don't play fantasy.
Yeah,
but that
so
makes
you're
sense.
like Lamar. I'm like, he was available. Like, hell yeah, because he'll just give me points for just running the ball a few times
for sure,
too. So
for sure. Is he not doing that?
He is. He hasn't has. I mean, they got.
He ain't got paid yet.
He doesn't have a huge. I mean, who's his main target? Hollywood Brown's gone.
Hollywood Brown is gone.
Yeah, so like he doesn't have a big receiver to go at right now, right? Who's their main? They pick up somebody.
Didn't they get somebody because he was all excited, wasn't he? Or is that Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown? That was Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown. Yeah, I don't know.
So
bro.
I have New York. Daniel Jones is doing the Keyshawn Johnson thing with quarterbacks. Hey, go throw it 27 times, 25 times. Give me 220 yards.
The same thing we've been asking for Matt Ryan since he got here.
And a touchdown, maybe 2. Let Saquon take the brunt of the running.
Jonathan Taylor.
And Saquon is back. I mean, he finally looks healthy after a few seasons of being injured. And
he really is back.
They have a good enough defensive front. So Giants look tough. Do I think that they're a Super Bowl contender? No, but they look really competitive.
Yeah,
I'll put
NFC
them at 5.
East is real, bro.
They're real. I've got Kansas City. I've just flip-flopped these a little bit. I've got them at 4. Reason I put Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to not have that team in the top 5, period.
Can't do it.
So their defense is lacking. It hasn't been, I don't want to say this. He has moments of explosiveness. Of course, because it's him. He's like the Steph Curry to me of, like, you don't count out Steph Curry in an MVP talk because it's Steph Curry.
They're both very light-skinned.
Yeah. Speaking as one, absolutely. Yeah. They're lighter than I am. So
that's not a lie.
Yeah. So
that's a very good. I mean, that's a fair.
Yeah. So like, you don't count them out. I think there's some defensive issues there that you can run the ball on Kansas City very easily. They don't beat themselves. So, but I still think that they're beatable for sure.
Bar.
Miami's my 3. You kind of wrote that. Tua is playing lights out. Tyreek Hill is ridiculous. He makes really any QB look good. We wondered, like, is it just because of Mahomes? Like, if he can make Tua
an MVP candidate, just call it what it is.
Then
that's
Tyreek
so
Hill is ridiculous.
Say out loud. Say that out loud, you guys. Say that out loud. When Tua is an MVP candidate, say that out loud. Repeat that back.
Yeah, and I have in here. The defense is really good. They picked up what's his name from the Broncos.
Chubb.
Yes, Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
So you now have.
Is that right?
Yeah. So you've got 2 ends that just cause disruption on that team, and their linebacking core is amazing. Like they're tough. They're tough to beat.
What is the best defensive end tandem in the NFL?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We'll come back to that.
I'd have to. That might be a next.
Right?
That might be something we'd have to
right,
look at.
Right, that's
Yeah.
pretty right.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
know enough of the lines
For sure.
as much as I used to.
For sure.
Vikings, I've got it too. Really, all of the same things that you said. And again, Kirk Cousins is doing that thing.
My ninja.
Game managing, not making mistakes as much as he. You know, he's known for interceptions every now and then,
He
but
is.
And in big game moments, they're doing really great ball control. And he's shirtless with some gold chains on his neck on a plane. So.
Preach.
And then, of course, I've got Philly. Jalen Hurts is proving why he belongs in the league. They're at all facets, their team is damn good.
But he's not an MVP candidate.
I think you have to make him an MVP candidate.
Do you think Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate?
I'd have to look at his numbers.
You look at his numbers. I'm going to get into to hit the wing shot and look and talk about the weekend roundup in college football. But I think KJ and Jay talking earlier today, and they were actually talking about being an undefeated team, being a quarterback for an undefeated team, and not being an NFL MVP candidate, and how crazy that was to them. Mm-hmm. Wing shot. College football weekend roundup. We'll hit the top 10. Georgia, OSU, Michigan, number 5, Tennessee, all won big. You had a question about Tennessee and if that put them back in the hunt of things.
So they won 66 to, 34? 24, whatever. Yeah. And TCU won 17 to 10.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
TCU obviously undefeated, but I feel like they're going to have a short leash there. Is Tennessee at 5, right on the outside looking in, gonna do enough to sneak back into that 4th spot?
The answer is unequivocally yes, number 1. And I want to say that makes me a little bit irritated because TCU has now beaten 5 ranked football teams. Mm-hmm. I just want to say that out loud. They beat Texas to stay right in the thick of things. You got any Michigan tidbits? Ohio State ran for 300 yards without our top 2 running backs. That was absolutely crazy for me. You got any tidbits on Michigan?
Yeah, Corum looked great. He had about 168 yards-ish, maybe 148. I can't remember what it was. Over 100, near 150. 1 touchdown. Edwards, the other running back, had another big game. JJ, game manager. Now, he did have some issues connecting with the receivers down the field. They tried to go big play every now and again. He's not quite at that place yet. I think next year you'll see JJ really take off in the passing game. This year he has Corum to just go like, hey, we'll just feed you the ball and do your thing. I need you to game manage. So he only had 127 yards on 8 for 17 throws, but had 1 touchdown pass and ran it in for 1 touchdown.
What do you think Ohio State is going to do with them in a couple weeks defensively? Because they're not just going to stack the box. So,
no,
you know what I mean?
they're not.
They're smarter than that. So
no.
What are they going to do? But they're going to do something. They're going to make JJ throw the football.
Hands down.
Figure deal me?
Hands down. I would look for, I'll say this. I'll say Michigan's response to what they're going to do because OSU has a very good defensive line. We're not going to sit there and run, goal line, have like 7 guys on the offensive line all game. We're not going to do that either. But I would say that we're going to, JJ's going to look to do the check down tight end. They're very big on doing the check down tight end passing game to get to the first downs and just slowly drive down the thing. Screens.
Yeah,
we are a game time manager. We're going to take as much time to go down and get whatever points we're going to do.
Even if it gets field goals, we're
going to do long drives. Sure. We're going to move the ball a little bit. Yeah. Now it's just the other side is are our corners decent enough to slow down Stroud? He's not going to stop Stroud. He's not going to stop Marvin Harrison Jr. Are we going to be able to slow them down a little bit to where it actually makes sense that we can keep controlling the clock, or will we be put into a pressure situation to throw the ball?
Yeah. I like that. That's a good analysis and very true. But back to Tennessee, I think that they're actually going to sneak into the college football playoff without having to go to the SEC championship game.
I see that's a big possibility.
100%.
Yeah,
especially if TCU loses and they can just sit in that 1-4 chilling.
TCU loses. The only thing that I would wonder is if LSU beats Georgia. Georgia would fall to 4.
You're with me right now.
3 to 4, something like that.
Yep.
That would squeeze Tennessee out because they're not going to be able to jump over Georgia after beating Georgia. If Georgia stays at 1, they have a possibility to sneak in the 4th.
How does Ohio State and Michigan both make it?
Can't. Can't. Why? And I'll say this, but I was talking about this with one of my colleagues.
Pisses me off.
Why we have not done the realignment that Michigan's on one side and OSU's on the other, so that you could possibly play twice or both get in to the college. That makes no sense to me. Why you wouldn't hey, you play Thanksgiving weekend and you could play next week for the Big Ten title.
It,
like
bro.
that's easy money for the Big Ten. Why would you not do that?
Why would you not do that?
Like, let's have them both on the same side. So even if they're undefeated,
You know why they don't do that? Because that would be the Big Ten championship in Indianapolis every single year. Like that. I mean, let's just call it what it is. That would be that game every single year.
But you know how much money they would make off of
Yes,
that?
my ninja. I 100%.
It makes no sense to me. So I'll say this: if Michigan wins, OSU has a chance to stay. But if OSU wins, Michigan does not.
That is not a lie. That is not a lie. Oregon took that L, lost to Washington. They're officially out of it. LSU, Clemson, and Alabama got dubs. Alabama, you made sure you wanted to speak on this. Alabama barely squeaked it out against Ole Miss. How you feel about them this year, my ninja?
What is off with Alabama? The fuck happened to them? I'm not mad. Like I'm very happy about it. Like it makes no sense to me.
You hit that very hard.
Yeah, like doesn't it like something? The energy feels off with the team on the sideline.
100%.
The interactions with Nick, like it's almost like his players aren't listening to him as much.
Effing with you.
Yeah, something's off there.
He's cussing in press conferences and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
I know they're 7 and. No, I'm sorry. What are they?
8-2.
8-2. That would make sense because 10
that
games.
feels right.
8-2 right now.
But it doesn't. It feels like a really ugly 8-2.
Like because I actually thought that they were gonna. I picked them to lose last week, and they almost did lose last week,
and almost lost to Texas. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. So who do they play next?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'll look that up.
I try my best not to pay attention to nothing Alabama's doing unless it's losing. LSU is in the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Like, that's a done deal. They officially won the SEC West.
Yeah.
Does that change your perspective on Brian Kelly
at all? Hate him.
Lastly, number 12, UCLA lost. And
they play Austin Peay, then Auburn.
Anyway.
So they'll win out the rest.
So lastly, number 12, and I know we're covered the top 10, but I have to put number 12, UCLA, because they lost 2, and we hate Chip Kelly. So anytime we can discuss the fact that...
They got to be cousins. I know we said they were brothers. They at least cousins or something.
They're not, bro. They're not. Unfortunately, I looked at the schedule, and you can feel free to click on that if you marijuana, but I looked at the schedule for this upcoming week.
There's not a lot going on.
It is a shitty titty Saturday for football.
Yeah,
hopefully it's just cold, and you guys can just stay in the house and chill. From the top of the key. Oh, actually, before we move on to that, I have a question for you about college football. Should the strength of schedule affect the Heisman Trophy winner?
Ooh, strength of schedule affect the Heisman Trophy winner. I think it has to be considered. If I'll say this, and I'm going to use Blake Corum as an example here. If you're going to go, to me, if I'm looking at or voting for Heisman, if I look at, yes, he's been phenomenal running, but if I don't see how many top 10 teams that they actually go against, that would make me go, okay, he was running against some teams that were already down this year. Doesn't mean he wouldn't have done well, but I don't have that to go off of. So if I go, then I'm going to jump to a Bryce Young or a who's leading Heisman? C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
Who's putting up phenomenal numbers, and again, not a huge amount of that, but again, it's already a quarterback trophy.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to use those things to really kind of then break down and decide to me, because if dude from USC came out, but he's playing trash. Like, I'm gonna go again with the guy that I at least played an SEC team.
Thank you.
Right,
right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So absolutely.
Okay, real quick. Gentleman just tweeted us. Big shout out to Coats with Grant. He tweeted us and said, "Pretty cool photo, guys, and cool name of the pod. But you gotta flip that photo before you post it, so everyone can get that pod name in their brains." Is that not correctly? Is that not the right way?
That is how it comes across. Yeah. So I'm not sure what you're.
Because where I'm coming from, that's straight as fuzz. That's not backwards.
Yeah, if it's a setting on your iPhone, I don't know, because we're on Twitter and it definitely is how it reads.
It's 100% the right way on our side, homie. So, but we appreciate the compliment and we appreciate you reaching out, and we will work on the branding. But from our perspective lens, and he's gonna check on his, but it's the right way. But we'll keep.
No, that's weird.
It's right. It's the wrong way on yours.
You were wrong. All right, you were right. I'm on my Twitter and it's backwards. How does that work?
That doesn't make any sense.
Why would it be right way on 317? Oh, let me go through. Yeah.
Right, I wouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't post it if it was backwards for me. You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing this a long time. I would never post it. I just want to show y'all. I would never post it if it was backwards for me.
Well, we got to flip it, though. So I guess post it backwards and see what happens.
What do you mean? Like
that's maybe it comes across. I don't know, to other people the other way. Why it would do that, I don't know. If that's two people, I don't know.
That's unbelievable. Will you respond to him for me and tell on our Twitter? Will you respond to him and tell him it's the right way on ours? Or you don't even really care that much?
Not really, no.
I'll tell him later, man. Again, our bad, but
I don't think I'm signed into ours on my computer, only on my phone.
And is that usually what happens?
I've never seen that before, so I'm just as confused as everybody.
Top of the key, Black Interim Head Coaches. So we've seen a lot of people up in arms regarding the hiring of Jeff Saturday, especially the Black community. They say that was a country. They said that hiring Jeff Saturday is overlooking so many Black coaches. First and foremost, through my personal perspective, saying anything about the Indianapolis Colts and them hiring a Black coach or not hiring a Black coach is the last team people should be discussing as it pertains to racism within the NFL or within team organizations. Through my personal perspective, Irsay don't play that. You may not dig him as a coach or as an owner. You may think that his off the field shenanigans, which are none of your freaking business, aren't cool. But head coaches, we've had two. Quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. He don't discriminate, so stop that. Some people think that it should have been a Black man to take the reins over there. Reggie Wayne was available. Blah 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 blah. Do you want to start, or do you want me to just continue? You got anything to say?
Yeah, no, just go ahead.
I completely disagree. I 150% disagree. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I do, in fact, think that we as African Americans and women and people of color and brown people, whatever the case may be, definitely deserve to get jobs. But I'm sick and tired of them being fucking interim jobs. They're not good jobs. Usually the team is absolutely horrible in disarray. The interim coach is basically a bookmark and a placeholder. It's not a real job. It's a substitute teacher, and it's their job to come in and clean up the mess. And they don't ever succeed. And I'm sick of it being us. What'd you say?
Great reference next here.
What Miss Nelson is missing?
Loved that book.
Right?
Love me some Miss Nelson.
Miss Nelson and Viola Swamp, baby?
No, that shit was fire.
You feel me?
Those books were fire.
Those books were so fire, bro.
Man.
Those books were so fire.
I'm about to go to the library tomorrow.
That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like we come in to be Viola Swamp and clean up the freaking mess all of the time. And I'm sick of it. 13% of full-time head coaching jobs since 1990 have been African American. 17% of offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator between 1999 and 2021. But we get 31% of the interim head coaching jobs. It's like we're trusted, but we're not trusted unless it's really fucked up and shitty. Mm-hmm. And we're held to a much higher standard.
It's a checkmark activity.
Preach that good gospel, my ninja.
It's checkmark activity for a lot of people.
And we're held to a much higher standard. Interim coaches' winning percentage is .347 overall. 10 out of 32 white coaches have gotten a full-time job with a winning percentage of .361, while 3 of 14 black coaches got full-time jobs, and they all had a winning percentage of 500 or better. Black coaches who have gotten jobs but really didn't get full-time jobs after getting an interim job. Terry Robisky, Washington Redskins, went 2-6, never offered a real job. Went to Cleveland after that. They made him the interim coach in 2004. He went 1-4. So if you have a coach who goes 3-10 as a head coach,
yeah,
they're not going to give him a head coaching job. Mel Tucker, 2-3 in Jacksonville, never coached again. Anthony Lynn, he coached in Buffalo in 2016. He was the interim coach for the last game of the season.
Slide him in there.
Brian Flores with the Dolphins. He wasn't an interim coach, but this is just black coaches, period. 2019, 2021, he was literally asked to lose games on purpose. He was offered money to lose games on purpose. He's suing the Dolphins as we speak for that.
Yep.
Steve Wilkes with the Carolina Panthers now with the 5-16 record. He was the Cardinals head coach in 2018. They went 3-13, but who the hell was their quarterback? Horrible quarterback. I mean, I can't even remember. They went 8-8 the year before that. Case Keenum, maybe? Who was their quarterback that year? They went 3-13, fired him immediately. He is now the interim head coach in Carolina. Leslie Frazier and Michael Singletary were two coaches that were offered a full-time job. They both went to the playoffs, and when shit went awry, they got let go really quick.
Harbaugh took over for Singletary, right?
That is a fact.
Yeah.
And it's not just in the NFL. Nebraska, they fired Scott Frost. They named Mickey Joseph the interim head coach.
Mickey looks cool on the sidelines.
He do look mad cool. He looked mad cool. Auburn Tigers, they fired Brian Harsin this year, and they named who? Cadillac Williams the interim head coach. I'm sick and tired of being the interim anything. I don't want to be your fill-in boyfriend. I don't want to be your fill-in gospel choir. I don't want to be your fill-in personal trainer.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be your freaking fill-in head coach. If you're going to give us the job, give us the freaking job.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. From the wing.
Okay.
Early MVP NBA candidates.
Yeah.
Right? The NBA season is off to a super dope start, and I think we should discuss some players who consider the early MVPs. I personally said that I had Ja Morant and Kyrie winning it, or battling for the point guard duel, and that shit ain't gonna be. I don't even want to talk about that. But who you got? Who's your top five, bro? You go first this time.
Are we going 5-1 again?
Of course, man.
I got Steph.
At 5?
At 5.
Sure.
And again, I don't want to, I don't necessarily know that this is
It's fluid.
It's fluid.
My ninja.
But here's my top 5.
Right
Put
now.
them in what order,
for sure.
whatever.
Right.
Steph, and literally the same reason why I said Patrick Mahomes. It's Steph Curry.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Literally the same reason that I had him in the last one. It's him. It's like you have to at least have him considered because he's that good.
Okay.
I do have Ja Morant as a player to watch. 28.8 points a game, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Excitement, I think, big, most exciting player, probably one of the most exciting players to watch right now. Grizzlies are second in the West at 9-4.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be mad.
Yeah. I do have Tatum at 3. Even with off-season issues of what we were gonna
balling.
He can't. He's putting the Celtics on his shoulders and going, let me just go out here and show him why I am a top 10-5 player in the league.
And his shoulders are very broad this year.
He looks big. He looks big, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I have him. I've got Luka as my 2, probably the craftiest player in the NBA. Luka gets to spots where you think he shouldn't. It's like he's the slowest, craftiest, fast player. It's really strange.
For sure.
It reminds me of Paul Pierce being able to drive to the lane, and you're like, I don't even know how he's getting through there because there's no quick movement.
Is he Paul Nowitzki?
Paul Nowitzki. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So I've got Luka there just because it's Luka. And the other thing, you take Luka off that team, Mavericks are nothing.
3-11.
Yeah, Mavericks are nothing. I have got Giannis at 1. So Giannis leading the team right now 10-2, no Middleton, and he's still doing what he's doing. And he's starting that jumper that we've talked about in this season and last season.
He's almost got it.
He's almost got that consistent jumper. And again, if that be at the twilight of his career, if that's going to be a consistent thing where people lose a little bit of their athleticism and have to get a jump shot, Giannis is going to be the most dominant player, period.
Facts.
Period.
That's a good top five. I actually have Steph Curry just on the outside of mine because his squad is 5-7. That's
Yeah.
I mean, that's just really it. Donovan Mitchell, he's my sleeper pick right now. He's averaging 32, 5, and 6. His squad is 8-4. They're still gelling over there in Cleveland. They got some work to do, but like they're doing it right over there so far. I actually have Giannis at 4. He's averaging 32, 12, and 5. His team is 10-2. But like it's one of those things for me. It's like it's hard for me to give Giannis the MVP award because he's down the court in 3 dribbles. Nobody wants to get in his way. It's like,
and he's won it twice.
It's kind of like LeBron and Shaq. It's like, how many times did you give this big nigga this trophy? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's clearly the biggest and the best. I got Johnny Tatum, 32, 7, and 4. His squad is 10-3. New coach. He's got a lot, like you said, he's got a lot going on over there. I think him and Jaylen Brown. I think they are actually like
good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they're actually good. I really, really do. Yeah. And Luka, that's my. Has he won it? He's never won it, right?
No.
Yeah. If he was going to, I feel like he's on a mission.
No, because remember, last 2 years it's been Jokic. So, and I don't know that he's ever been on my top 5 list. So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
34, 9, and 8, and they're 7-5. So that's who I got. Corner shot, a.k.a. PJ Tucker. Man, Joshua Primo. Assholes in action is back, y'all. Joshua Primo. You heard about this fool?
Oh, yeah.
This fool. I don't know if you guys have heard about this fool, but, we don't leave no stones unturned over here. Number 12 pick of the NBA, 2022 NBA draft out of Alabama. This kid is 19 years old. And he was just please don't delete. I thought you were about to delete all that. I was like, please don't delete all that. No. He was He's over here clicking. He's over here clicking and shit, highlighting everything. Like, no, not right now. He was just.
I keep forgetting that, like, what I do, it happens on both of our.
It affects us both, Pops. It affects us both.
That's my bad.
He highlighted the whole thing, y'all. He was.
I was just playing. I'm the pappy.
Joshua Primo was just released October 28th by the San Antonio Spurs. Multiple alleged instances of exposing himself to women. Hell no. We don't. Fuck no. Dr. Hillary Coffin, I believe is her name, a former clinical psychologist for the Spurs, filed a lawsuit stating he exposed himself to her 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
You with me?
You with me? First time was in December of 2021. It was reported in January of 2022. The Spurs ignored it and did nothing. All of this is according to ESPN, and I have to say he is innocent until proven guilty, but things don't look good.
It doesn't look good. I remember we tweeted or we went back and forth when he got released.
Yes, we did.
And we were like, oh,
right?
Should the Pacers go after him? Then we literally got that, and I literally was like, I recant everything that I said. No, keep your dick in your pants. Stop it.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's apparently seeking seeking assistance and counseling for his mental health. I have a question. And this is not a dick question, but this is a dead ass question. Is that a mental health issue or is that a perverse sexual indecency issue? Dead ass serious.
Do I think that they can be separate and or tied together? Yes. I think that you probably do have some sort of mental health of how you've been raised, whether that's been some sort of trauma
that has been stated,
where you've been around somebody that has said that that's okay.
Yep.
You've been through some sexual trauma yourself
For
where
sure.
you don't know what's right or wrong, which
be.
is a kind of been a mental thing.
Yeah.
Now, my fear always, when I see those things, I will never, ever go against somebody that says they have mental health issues, is please don't use that as a escape route. I never hope that somebody does in this situation. I actually hope you do, and you're not just saying that to just explain a
perverse
sexual
indecency.
indecency. Can they be tied together? Yes. Can you just be a pervert? Absolutely.
Fair. So, we don't even... Keep your dick in your pants.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah.
That's around the world.
Unless somebody wants to see your dick, keep your dick in your pants. Like, if it's like, hey, can I see your dick? Then sure, take your dick out.
For sure.
But if not, keep it in your pants. And honestly, if it's not just a random person, if somebody like on the bus with you and says take your dick out, probably don't do it there either.
Don't do it there either.
If it's a thing and you also wanted to show your dick, then show your dick.
Consent matters.
Consent matters when it comes to the dick, not dick. You want to go to the break or?
We'll be right back with the 317 Sports Project after this. Penn and Pops doing Penn and Pops, baby. We back.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
I really wanted a high five right there. We usually don't do that, but I wanted that shit. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops, brought to you by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restoration, and a bunch of other dope-ass services. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneaker heads. Do yourselves a favor and give us a follow over at cleankicks.614 on YouTube. I know you thought I was going to say Instagram, but I just did our YouTube page because I was down all week, sitting on my ass doing nothing. So I was like, I'm gonna do some branding and some marketing shit. So I updated the YouTube page. Check out that YouTube page, bro. It's kind of fire. Not you, bro. Them, bro. Naptown news, bro.
Naptown news.
Holy cannoli. I'm actually excited about it.
What is it?
Holy guacamole, pepper chuck, and silly Willy Wonka doodle.
Yep.
What you say? Naptown news. The Indianapolis Colts, Pops, 4-5-1. How do you feel about 4-5-1? Why do I low-key feel kind of okay about being 4-5-1? Because everybody's 5-5 or 4-5-1 or 4-5,
6-3,
6-3.
Yeah, there's still hope. Depending on if you want hope. What do you want out of the season? I think that's a reflecting thing everyone has to do right now. What do they what do they want to do? That's what it is.
So happy that you said that. Go ahead. So how do you feel?
I am not a tank guy.
Okay,
I'm just not a tank guy. I'm if you can go switch the culture. If switching the culture for future means winning games, you go do that.
Thank you. So team update. We've been through a lot, as the homie Shad McGinnis said. Everybody has fans. We've been through a lot. In the last 3 to 4 weeks, we have benched our Hall of Fame quarterback for Sam Ehlinger. Big mistake. Big, huge. Shouts to Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
We fired our offensive coordinator. We traded Nyheim Hines.
Mine are broken. Pretty Woman. Sorry.
We could do this all day long, so we should stop now. Thanks, Teach. We fired Frank Reich. We hired Jeff Saturday. We named Sam Ehlinger to the starting quarterback, and Shaq went on IR. That's all. That's all the shit that has happened in the last 4 weeks.
There's a lot going on,
right?
I know that I've been just emotionally distraught. So can't speak for anybody else, but it's just been a lot.
It's been a lot. So it's interesting that you said that you're not about tanking, because in this next category I have: are we tanking or banking on Jeff Saturday? And through my personal perspective, homie came in with the great, authentic, open-ass Jeff Saturday attitude. He told the team, hey, I get it, y'all. Y'all got doubts about me. I got doubts about y'all, but I love this city. I love Indianapolis way more than all y'all niggas ever will.
Yeah.
This is my city, straight up.
Yeah, it's hard to. Here's, I think, understanding what happens when Jeff Saturday doesn't switch the culture and it looks like they're tanking on purpose. It makes him look stupid. It makes Irsay look stupid. It looks like our franchise continue to look worse than the last 2 seasons.
Preach that.
We need to see some level of success for Saturday, so we're not the laughingstock of the NFL.
Whew, that's beautifully said.
I understand that. Who cares whatever the people like. We need free agents to want to come here.
Thank you.
So we cannot be,
because right now they don't.
No, we cannot be a team where no one wants to come and play. We have to look successful, like the culture is switching and going in the right direction.
That is beautifully said. I love the fact that he came in on practice and was like, start that shit over and do that shit right the first time.
Yep.
I don't even know y'all niggas, but start that shit over and do that shit right the first time.
Yep.
Enough said. But I think Irsay knew it had to be a Colts guy. It had to be someone who understood what it meant to wear the uniform, feel the locker room, be a Colt. He also knew he had good coaches and good play callers, but he needed a leader, a delegator, and a calming demeanor. He needed a Jeff Saturday. Why you laughing?
I just made myself laugh.
What happened? I would have giggle.
Nah, it was something. Don't worry about it. It
Snarf,
had nothing
snarf.
to do with what we were doing.
Fair. The best thing that Jeff Saturday did is name Matt Ryan the freaking starting quarterback again.
Hands down.
Let's just call that what it is. I guarantee, and I voted that, I guarantee he went to the team and they talked about it. I guarantee he went to Irsay and was like, you trust me, bro? You want to win this Saturday? You want to win this Sunday? Have you seen Matty Ice throw the freaking football? You know, we have a third-string Hall of Fame quarterback back here just sitting on his ass like, what in the fuck? That's the first thing I'm changing in this bitch is picking him back. Is he healthy? Is he good? You good? Okay, get the hell out of here. I can't win with this guy. No disrespect to you, Sam, but, like, you're just not ready. We've been saying it. Matty Ice is the MFing guy. 25 to 30 times, 220 to 250 yards, 1 or 2 touchdowns. Let Jonathan Taylor touch the ball 25 to 30 times, 97 to 150 yards. We will win a lot of football games. How long have we been saying this, Pops? Since
A long time.
Thank you. Matty Ice's 4th comeback drive of the season with the same amount of wins. So basically, homie is 4 for 4. Can he live? And how do we really feel? You know, like I said, let's take all of the emotion. Like, take a deep breath. You know, tomorrow's Tuesday and Wednesday. We're coming off of this high. Like, as we're looking forward, we got Philadelphia coming in. Parks, big up to Parks. Parks called a great freaking football game. Our offensive coordinator, Parks.
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
He came in and...
I went to Rosa.
What you mean, my ninja?
Parks.
Oh, my Lord.
Rosa Parks. I don't know why I went there in my head. I was like, why are we talking about her?
Shouts to Rosa Parks. I mean, you can't not give a shout out to Rosa
She popped
Parks.
in my head.
100%.
Like, hey.
I mean, I can't be mad at that. Shouts to Parks, our offensive coordinator. You called it a great freaking game. But how do we really feel right now? You know, last week was a freaking whirlwind. We got the game win on Sunday. You know, it's Monday, Victory Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday. Where's your spirit at? As opposed to, you know, reacting, how are you responding?
You know when someone in your life makes a mistake and then they come back and they apologize and they own up to it and you want to forgive them, but you're still kind of upset about it? That's how I feel.
I think that may have been the most beautifully... That was scripted, damn near beautiful. I know exactly what you're saying, and I couldn't describe the feeling of how I feel.
Really want to trust you.
I really want to trust you. I really want to let you in, but you hurt me.
You hurt me.
You hurt me.
You hurt me. And like we're cool, but just
I
know
need
you're gonna
some
have to
time.
keep working on this. Like you're gonna have to keep earning back my trust because that cut me deep. That's how it feels.
We're using that as the clip for this week for
Yeah.
sure, because that is exactly how all of us feel. Indiana Pacers, bro.
Here, I'm good now.
Right?
Yeah.
You take a deep breath.
I'm fine.
500, 6-6. We just love talking about this damn basketball
Yeah.
team, man. They're so freaking exciting. They've been so fun to watch. Please don't trade Buddy and Miles. Like, I mean, that's like our leadership. they're in a groove. Like, please don't trade Buddy and Miles. I think that'd be a mistake.
Here's the other thing too, and we talked about that whole interview with Miles before and like what that was, and don't think too much heart into that. Miles wants to be here. He would take a contract here in a second. He's not an Oladipo that is talking to people on the side going, I want to come your way, but whatever, but I'll keep playing for this team until they let me go.
You went there.
That's not what he's doing. He's being honest about the business aspect of the league, but if you give Miles the extension that he deserves right now early in the season at 12 games, Miles deserves the extension right now. He doesn't want to go to L.A.,
You don't think so?
Why would you want to go to that dumpster fire of culture right now versus what they have here? They don't want to go. Buddy and him don't want to leave here to go to LA and maybe limp into the playoffs where they accept what's going on right now. They have a fun young team and they're going to play hard every night. And there's not oh shit, we have to make the playoffs.
There's no expectations.
You can just go ball and have
hoop,
fun.
Yo, just go hoop.
Why would you not? Why would you want to leave that? So Colts, Pacers may make that trade, but it's not because Miles and Buddy want to go.
They're not gonna be happy getting on that airplane.
Hell no.
They're not gonna be happy getting on that airplane. And before I go here, I just have to say, like, the Indiana Pacers are probably 2 or 3 years away from being number 2 or number 3 in the East. Mm-hmm. Milwaukee is slowly kind of, they got about 3 years left. Mm-hmm. Miami, they got about 3 years left. Brooklyn's about to break that up now.
And that's a realistic time frame. But don't be
surprised if they're a 4 seed sooner.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Like you're not saying that and going, they're not even going to make the playoffs
Hell
this year.
To the Nizzo.
No, Indiana is a problem in a 7-game series
for
right
anybody.
now.
For anybody.
Because of the energy level that they bring. They will tire out teams. They're not quite there to go. They're going to win the 7th game and take it. They're not there yet. But they're going to be an issue for the team, depending on the matchup. They're going to be an issue for most teams. They're one of the leading scoring teams in the NBA right now.
That is a fact.
Sorry.
But yeah, like I was saying, Boston will stay up there. They got some years left.
Oh yeah, you have that. Nice.
But Milwaukee's on their way out. Chicago's not there. Like 2 or 3 years from now, the Indiana Pacers, don't be surprised if they're 57-25 and damn, how the hell did they are they a 2 seed right now?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Halliburton leads the league in assists, and he's number 8 in steals. This dude is 22 years old. Mm-hmm.
Look, I went back and forth. I went back and forth with somebody on Twitter who's a Kings fan. I don't know if anybody saw that.
I want to see it.
But I posted how did we get this guy from the Kings, and he retweeted and says because we got Sabonis. And my question for him was not that Sabonis is having a great start to the year. Most people see that, and Kings are playing well. My question was it's not do I think that he was going to play lower, is will he sign an extension for the Kings?
Ooh,
that was my question, because if he doesn't sign an extension, then it's a win for the Pacers and you lose. You gave us Halliburton for nothing. For a rental for a year and a half is what you got. So he says he sees a 3-year extension for the Kings. That depends on what happens this year. Know that this has to be a successful year for the Kings for him to want to stay. Otherwise, he's going to go somewhere else.
What is success for the Kings? You know what I mean?
They have to. You know what I mean? Almost make the playoffs. Like they have to be in that. Maybe even make the play-in tournament.
Okay.
I think that would go okay. We keep playing together another year now that we've got maybe next year is our year. We're gonna just keep getting better. That has to happen. If it's a missed playoff year, I don't know if I think Sabonis tests free agency.
Where can Sabonis win? Where is Sabonis? What is a team where Sabonis is a piece that is like with Sabonis on this squad, he can help us go over the hump?
You want to hear something funny to me?
I would love to.
What if he went back to save the Thunder, where he started his career? He's the big man with all of those young guys.
So you're basically saying Sabonis is not helping a team win a championship. He's a rebuild guy?
I think
Cleveland?
Sabonis, what, and takes the place of who?
K-Love?
K-Love comes off the bench.
K-Love comes off the bench.
He's their 6th man.
That's a real life true story, huh?
Yeah. I don't know of a team, like, because I think part of this is going to be, let me go get my money, right?
Because he's going to get his check.
He's going to get his check.
And he should get his check.
This would be one of those contracts where I'm going to probably go where I can get the most
Chicago
money.
don't need him. They just got that center.
There's more athletic
Toronto?
bigs right now with his style of play.
That's what I'm asking.
He doesn't have a consistent 3-point shooter.
He can't shoot the three.
Like he can
Nope.
hit it 25% of the time.
He's not going to the hole on you. He's not, you know what I'm saying?
He's a ground and pound underneath the basket. He can't drive past.
Like him and Isaiah Jackson play the same position.
Right.
I would much rather have Isaiah Jackson.
In this 2022, that's what I would want. That's why I go like he'll go be a guy and like go get his 26 and 11 somewhere, but we'll make it maybe another All-Star game.
He's about to get Blake Griffin.
But like I don't see him. I don't know what team would go take him.
That's yeah.
Lakers don't need him. Like
that's who I thought. That's what I thought, and I was like, no,
Clippers,
they don't need Portland. Like
Portland, I can see them going after. They
right?
like big white dudes.
They love big white dudes, dog.
Yeah,
they love big white dudes.
Aren't they from the same place? Him and Nurkic.
I don't even know.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
But either way, that's my one thing with that. If that trade actually is a win-win,
No doubt. So Hallie, number 1 in assists, number 8 in steals at 1.8 per game. Buddy, 4th in three-pointers at 4.1 per game. Just so you guys know as a reference, Donovan Mitchell is number 2 and he has 4.2 per game. So he's not that far off. Mathurin, 19.9 off the bench in 28 minutes. Number 1 off the bench. Westbrook is 2. Number 3 in blocks per game at 6.6 per in 12 games. This is as a team. They are number 3 in blocks per game. Milwaukee is number 2 with 6.7. They are number 3 in points off the bench with 512 in 12 games. Utah is number 2 in 13 games. I'm sorry, San Antonio is number 2 and Utah is number 1, but they've played 14 games, just to give you guys a reference. The Indiana Pacers are number 3 in three-pointers made, 186 in 12 games. Boston is 208 in 13 games.
Think about that 186 in 12 games,
Go.
number 3. That's with one of the games being the worst shooting night that they've ever had, where they went
Where they came off of hitting like 23 and then they hit like 4.
Yes.
You preach that gospel. And then Utah has 210 in 14 games. The Indiana Pacers are number 2 in three-pointers per game, 15.5 in 12 games. Boston is averaging 16 through 13 games. We are number 3 in points per game, 117.3 points per game. Preach it, Pops. But we are also number 3 in turnovers per game, 16.7, which is way too many.
And that's going to come with the young team. That's just really going to come. There are. When you're building chemistry with an athletic team, you're throwing the ball in places where I think he can go get this. Yep. That's where I thought he should be.
Let me push the ball up the court.
Let me push it up the court. Let me see what my capabilities are with this team. There's a lot of that trial and error when you see the offense of Halliburton doing this and
no-look passes.
That alley-oop with Nemard was a little bit too high for Jackson. You're going to see that as everyone tests each other's athleticism and speed and all of that 12 games in. I will see that lessening to probably closer to 12 to 13 a game the rest of the season, because it's not going to get under 10 with where we're at. It just isn't. But I see that getting closer to that 10 mark of around 12 or so.
It's like they have the ball on a string, but it's not a tight string yet.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yo-yo breaks.
For sure. It's for sure. But if I were to tell you that 12 games in, the Indiana Pacers have an equal or better record than the Knicks, the Bulls, the Nets, the Sixers, and the Heat, you would tell me I was freaking insane.
I would say, especially with the Bulls. Now, they've had some injuries, I believe, right?
Injuries?
Knicks, I don't know what to believe in the Knicks.
I don't disbelieve in the Knicks.
Yeah, they're fine. Nets, between Kyrie and Ben Simmons averaging 5, 2, and 5 fouls a game.
I dare you to tell me that's close to his numbers. I know you're just throwing numbers out there, but look me in the eyes and tell me that that's close to Ben Simmons' statistics.
I promise you it's
5, 2, and 5 fouls?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't ready.
Oh, yeah. that is if you want to look up if you want to look up
give me some numbers.
Mental block in anybody.
You ain't never lied.
That is Ben Simmons.
For sure.
Ben Simmons
what's some stats?
He is averaging 5.2 points, 6.2 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 1 steal. Personal fouls 4.1. Yep. And got one of the biggest contracts 2 years ago.
See? Now, they said it was a back surgery thing. Right? He had the back surgery because he had a bad bacchiotomy. He had the back surgery thing, and they said it was a mental block. I am not trying to hate. Ben Simmons is pretty much over for you. It's pretty much over for him.
Yeah.
It's pretty much over for him.
Yeah.
And I have to say everything that I said about him that I'm not going to follow up because I'm going into the past. I'm not going to the past, but everything that I've said about him remains true until proven otherwise.
Yep.
Bitchism. The Indiana Fever, bro. Hire new head coach Christy Size, former assistant coach with the Indiana Fever back in the day. Former coaches love her and excited to see her. Former players are love her and they're excited to see it. She's got NCAA and what'd I say?
It wasn't. You said it right, but when you said former coaches love her, you said love her. I heard lover, and I was like, wow, we just putting out all their business. Like,
She's a former coach's lover.
I was like, where'd you find
Breaking
that?
News.
Man,
I was digging dirt.
Is that how she got the job? I was like, all intrigued.
Former coaches love her and are excited to have her. She's got the NCAA, you're so stupid, and WNBA coaching experience. Final Fours with LSU's program in all 3 years. Louisiana Tech staff that went 60-6 overall and 35-1 in the WAC back in the day. And she was quite the high school baller. She had over 3,000 points in high school, number 1 in high school history. She's coached with the Sky, the Atlanta Dream, the Fever. She's back with the Fever, like I said. She's been around all levels, and I'm mad excited to see how she does. Let's get this culture right.
That was exactly what I was going to say. That has been that Fever has needed a culture change for sure. When you look at the last 10-ish years,
since 2015.
Yeah,
you know they were in the NBA Finals in 2015, and it fell apart ever since then, dog. For sure.
And I thought Tamika was going to be the savior there when she was going to be when she was GM.
Yeah.
And
they didn't give her. They didn't give her
really.
They didn't give her really.
No.
That's say less. And again, big news, big news over the weekend. They got the number 1 pick. We had first-round picks in 2022. We had 4 of those, but this is the first time in the history of the franchise or any franchise in the city of Indianapolis that will have the number 1 pick. I think we'll probably get Aaliyah Boston. Absolute franchise changer. She played with Destiny Henderson at South Carolina. They won that ring over there, so they got the chemistry. But I'll also take old girl Haley Brooks out of Stanford. She can super duper hoop if they don't think Aaliyah's a good fit. But we've been horrible since 2016. No culture, coaching turnover, as we said. Players released or traded, and it could change pretty fast with this new coach and the Pacers. The Pacers and the Fever are mad similar. You know, Coach. What's our head coach's name? Carlisle and old girl Jenny Buchek came down and showed some love to Coach Sides. So like, yo, man, let's get this right. Let's support this freaking team. Your apparel sucks. I went and looked up the Fever apparel so I could cop a hat or a hoodie or something.
It's not good. I've almost bought stuff multiple times and I just haven't been able to pull the trigger.
Horrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tweet the Fever, not from Penn and Pops, because I'm not gonna put us out there like that. But I'm gonna tweet the Fever from Be Honest and be like, yo, I want to support, but the Fever apparel is shitty titty, and we gotta up that. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Much love on Naptown News. We are proud of you guys this weekend. Colts win, Pacers win, Fever win. That's a win for everybody in the freaking city.
Yeah.
Word up. You want to take a break or you want to go on to the next one?
Let's do the next one. We'll break after before Fine Print.
Oh, Wheezy. Got a fun little game for you called What Willies, baby. What Willies. I don't know where the hell I come up with these things. I have no idea where these names and all of this shit come up, where they come from. But try to keep this shit fun. So we're going to play a little game of What Willies. This new game is the What Willies in different sports. I'm going to basically say what will. I'm going to start the thing off with what will and ask a question, and you're going to answer the question. You ready? Does that make sense for you? All right, here we go. What will Jeff Saturday's record be as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts? He has 7 games left. He is 1-0. Jeff Saturday! Can we give him a burr when we do the thing? Because that's big. Jeff Saturday!
What do we have? We have applause.
Big ups to you, baby. Big ups to you.
Yeah.
1-0. Big dub. What will
loud.
That's
Damn.
He needed it. He deserved that.
Man.
What will his record be as a head coach? 7 games left.
3-5.
Ooh, okay. I'm not. That's
You look at our schedule; it's gonna be tough. It's
brutal.
Whatever head coach we would have had in this situation, that was gonna be tough.
Brutal.
I'm gonna say 3-5. I think he'll win.
brutal.
He'll win 3 of his final 8 games.
Okay, you ready for this next question that I had in there preemptively?
Yeah.
What will it take for Matt Ryan to be named the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts? We got that answered.
Jeff Saturday.
We got that answered. It's gonna take him getting healthy. Number 1. It's going to take a realistic human being watching him command the huddle and throw that flipping football because he's a fucking G and a quarterback Hall of Famer. It's going to take someone like Jeff Saturday saying, we're paying this fool $14 million and he's third string. The answer is hell to the no. We got to get this dub. Let's go. He's like, I just tweeted the fact that the Raiders are horrible a week ago. I need Matt Ryan to come over here and help a brother out. We can't have Sam. None of us have experience. We can't give the Rays to Sam Ellinger too. I need my man. What will be the most important decision for Chris Ballard and Jim Irsay in the offseason?
If Chris Ballard should remain the GM.
Ooh, you put that out there fast on that ass.
I know that we think that Irsay was done and Ballard is still his guy and he says all of these things. They've said a lot of things. I think it's harder. It's one thing, like Irsay doesn't like making changes in the middle of the season. That's a proven fact.
He did
doing that and getting rid of Frank was really tough for him. He's probably not going to fire the GM in the middle of the season.
I think Ballard's staying, bro. I think
there's a good chance that he's staying.
I like him.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors out there that coaching staff and stuff has not wanted to come solely because Ballard's the one running the show and the GM.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's just how he does business, how he delivers certain situations. Who knows?
I've never talked to this nigga. He could be a horrible person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For sure.
Like he's made some good off-season moves. He's made some good stuff. I don't dislike Ballard, but I think that is one of those for the future of the franchise. Is that even a possibility? Now, say he stays. Becomes the most important thing in the offseason is finding us a damn head coach that will continue the culture that Jeff Saturday is going to leave in these 8 games.
So you don't think Jeff Saturday could get that job?
Will he want it? I think it really depends on how the end of the season goes. Jeff Saturday is a smart enough guy to turn down the job because it may not be the best idea for him to continue.
He's going to go 5-3, and they're going to offer him the freaking job. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Okay, so another question about the Colts for these next 2. What will be the answer on whether Paris Campbell stays or not?
I think we have that answer. I think he's going to get a 1-year prove-it deal.
He's balling, bro.
I think with the touchdown that happened this previous season, the last few weeks, he's yardage-wise has been our most consistent wide receiver. That's just a statistical fact. I think Paris has done enough. Now, I'll never wish this upon somebody. Please stay healthy the rest of the year because if you finish the season and you keep doing what you're doing and getting us first downs, which is what I thought you were going to do.
Slot.
Exactly. In the beginning of the season.
Open space? Are you kidding me?
Open
I wish
space.
A nigga would.
I think that he has done that. I think everyone is seeing that Paris. I think he's done the. Now, do I think they'll go give him a 3-year? No.
I think they might.
You think so?
I think they might. I think they freaking might. I really do. Why are you laughing at me, doggy? He's earned it. He's our best wide receiver right now.
I just have seen how they handle the injuries with potential, and Tyquan Lewis and Malik Hooker and this, they'll give a 1-year can you stay healthy for one more year before we give you that commitment? I think that we're at that place right now. That could change.
Okay.
Didn't
wasn't this his 1 year?
No, I think this is his last year of his rookie.
So who got the one? Taekwon got the 1 year.
Taekwon got the 1 year prove it and then got hurt again.
Taekwon got the 1 year prove it, and you think this is the end of Paris Campbell, but this is like prove it at the end of
this is going to be the prove it. Like he'll get a 1 year shit. What,
8 mil?
8 to 10 mil
yeah.
and go, we'll look at doing an extension maybe even in the middle of the year if you come out and start the next season the same way you ended the previous season, and maybe we give you an extension in the middle of the season.
Fair.
To go, we extended him 3 more years.
I just have to say I am so proud of you, Paris Campbell, and also I thank you because I put you out there.
We put you out there.
Put you. What'd you say?
I said we put you out there.
We put you out there very, 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 very early before.
And I had to be quiet for a little bit. Like I had to be quiet for a second. Like people were like, "See," and like I couldn't say much. And like now I'm like, what I say,
tell you,
what I say.
Yes. So thank you, PC, for representing the 317 and the 614 so freaking well. What would be the number of teams in the Big Ten tournament for college basketball, in the NCAA tournament from the Big Ten this year? Feel free to click on that. Because college basketball
the number
is here,
of teams
dog.
to be in the NCAA tournament from the Big Ten?
Yes.
Ooh.
You might want to click that link. I think it might help.
NCAA tournament.
I try to set us up for success. We do a very good job of doing
Indiana looks tough.
For sure.
Indiana.
They might, they're Final
Mike
Four
Wood said,
tough for sure.
Indiana.
He ain't playing.
Yeah, Indiana.
He is not
yeah.
playing. They might win
Fighting
that thing.
Illini is really good. Michigan will be
They'll
in that.
teeter, for sure.
Yeah,
They'll
they'll be in
teeter.
that 15 to 20 range all year. They'll make it. OSU's going to make it this year.
Michigan State.
Michigan State always fucking makes
They
it.
always
And
make
they
it.
missed it last year, right?
Yep.
So they'll make it this year.
Yep. That's 5.
Purdue's always tough.
Thank you.
In basketball. Iowa has been, but probably I don't know how tough they'll be this year. I don't know anything about their team.
What's their dude doing to the NBA? Keegan, with the homie that went to the NBA.
On the Kings?
Is he balling?
Oh, yeah.
Is he balling?
Yeah, he just had another, Sabonis had 26 last night, Keegan had 23 last night, and De'Aaron Fox had 21 last night.
Oh, so they got a good little thing going over there.
Yeah.
Mike Brown?
Mike Brown's
Mike
over
Brown.
there. Mike Brown's
Mike
there.
Brown.
Yeah.
All right, so we got like 7 right now.
There's going to be a lot of people from the Big Ten.
Yeah. CH told me that I think he said 8 or 9 went last year. So I was like, I'm going to ask Pops what he thinks on having them make.
That'll be pretty close. I don't know that
dog.
9 would make. I would say 7 or 8 will probably make it.
They've expanded it to like 8 more teams and stuff.
Right.
You know, maybe it's like 80
Yeah.
teams in the tournament all of a sudden now.
OSU, Purdue. It's hard to write off Wisconsin.
That's what we didn't say.
Michigan State.
4.
Michigan.
Yep.
Illinois. I almost said Fever. In Indiana.
That's 7.
And I didn't say Iowa. Last time.
right.
They're that maybe. That's why I say 7 or 8.
That's a lot of squads, bro.
Yeah, Penn State's not quite. They can be competitive.
Minnesota.
All of these teams are hard to play at home. I'll say that. Big
Don't nobody
team
want to go to
basketball.
Minnesota on the road.
Minnesota
Like,
Gophers have been surprising.
For sure.
They're 2-1 right now.
Yes, sir.
Like none of these teams at home. These are some big boys.
Thank you.
Big Ten.
Big Ten basketball is a
Realistic,
real deal.
see 7 or 8. I can see 9 or 10.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Last, what will be the 4 teams named to the college football final when it's all said and done?
College football final. I'm going to say.
This is tough for
Georgia.
him. I just want you guys to know that because you got to.
Georgia, OSU, because I think they're going to beat Michigan this year. TCU is going to probably win out. I'm going to say TCU
That makes me happy.
and I'm going to say Tennessee.
That's exactly my 4.
I think it's
You
gonna,
say Georgia,
yeah.
OSU, TCU, Tennessee. We share the exact same sentiment on there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
great
they find a way to
great
get-
4, bro.
I think they find a way to try to have a rematch between Georgia and Tennessee in the college football playoffs and go 1 versus 4, and it'll be TCU versus OSU.
In the Natty? Or the
No,
1
in
versus 4 will be those two.
1 versus 4, Georgia, Tennessee.
And 2, 3.
2 versus 3, OSU, TCU.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a fun 4, dog.
Yeah, it's a fun 4.
You cannot be mad at that fun.
And don't count out TCU. OSU would probably win that game, but
TCU they're gonna score 50. It's gonna be 53 to 50.
Score.
You better, you better.
TCU's gonna score a lot of points
for sure.
Yeah, so that would be that's a scary matchup for OSU because it's a team that they're gonna.
You don't play off. There's no scout.
You're not really gonna play for them. They're you expect to win that game
for sure.
So that'll be OSU better be that second half team.
They don't know nothing about that Texas fast. You know what I'm saying? That Texas fast and that trickery spread them. And that's a good 4. And I agree. That was a fun. I like what Willie's. That was a good time. We will be right back with the 317 Sports Project after these messages, y'all.
Yeah.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. So give me a high five.
So weird. We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. We're about to kick it and kill it with the fine print. You ready, dog?
Let's do it.
Let's do what we does. Bro, who hates their lives more right now? Devontae Adams or Aaron Rodgers? And before you answer that question, remember Devontae Adams lives in motherfucking Las Vegas.
And playing still with his best homie who he played college was his quarterback in college. Jesus, that was hard to say.
Figure deal me. Who hates their life more?
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers. You're in Wisconsin. It's cold.
It's so cold, bro. I lived there.
Yeah.
My daughters live there. I visited. I don't really go anymore. I used to visit. It's very, very cold. And Green Bay is a whole different kind of cold. It's even norther than where I used to go. It is CODE cold. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? I think he hates his life, bro. He's getting to that point where his bones aren't 24 no more. Them get them hits he's starting to feel them. His squad, his teams are winning less and less. I think Devontae might be out there in Vegas. You know what? We ain't winning,
it's peanut brittle. It's tougher with nuts, but it's still fragile.
Oh, Jesus Lord. It's tougher with nuts.
It's tougher with
but still fragile. My nigga. I mean,
whoever does peanut, I don't even know what brand. Please let that be your slogan.
It's a hell of a campaign.
It's tougher with nuts, but it's still fragile.
USWNT. No nuts, but they're fragile.
Yeah.
These young ladies, they've lost 3 straight, bro.
Well, they won last night. They played Germany a second time. They finally won. They won 2-1.
Okay, so they're 1-3 in their last 4 games,
Correct.
Bro. There you go. My bad. See,
so they ended their.
I updated this news yesterday.
Yeah. So they played Germany at 5 yesterday. They went down 1-0, and then U.S. came with a flourish of back-to-back goals. Wifey and I watched it.
That's why they was talking about Megan Pugh close it out.
Oh yeah,
Mal Pugh.
Yeah, that girl, she played a hell of a game. She probably should have had 2 more goals herself. She was the reason they won.
She was like, fuck it. She's like, I'm sick of this losing.
She's
Enough of this losing.
She's the fastest person on the team. She was running past those big old Germans.
Is Rose Lavelle still out there?
Yeah, Lavelle had a great game. She was great. Yeah. They
whose place did Mal? Who place did Mal take? Somebody had to. Who? Yeah.
She's just been starting. Like, she'd be Rapinoe, right?
Rapinoe doesn't start no more?
No, she came off the bench.
Rapinoe came off the bench, down at the bottom.
Both games. She came out. Yeah, she came out off the bench in the game they lost, and I don't even know that she played. Now, again, this is exhibition season to June 23rd when they play their first.
Thank you. Which leads me to my point, my man. I'm so happy that segue was absolutely accidental, and I love you for that. So they lost 3 in a row, first time since 1993. Lost on home soil for the first time. Blah blah blah. 71 games or whatever. I typed, are they falling off, or is it level? Is it level field finally? And I said, hell no. Personally, I think they're bored. I think they're a little bit tired, to be honest. They've been making public appearances, magazines, ads, commercials. Not that I'm talking down on them, but they're superstars now. Like, Rapinoe's got presidential medals of honor and shit. Yeah. Like, right now, it's the offseason. It's like the Golden State Warriors have lost 3 games before the All-Star break, and it's the regular season. Who cares?
I'll say this, too. Like, after the documentary with them trying to get equal pay and do this, and that raised the level. Did you watch that documentary?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Highly recommend it.
Watching it tonight?
Yeah.
What's this on? Is this Hulu? What is this? Netflix?
Netflix. Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, we got the password.
My
for
man.
it.
Okay.
But not only are they bored from being
they
as good as they
bored.
are,
they gotta be bored.
That's also a lot of pressure.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for all this time to be the best that they've been.
Thank you.
That's a lot of pressure for a lot of years in a row.
Thank you.
And where you weren't allowed to make mistakes.
Thank you.
Because you're fighting for equal pay and all this kind of stuff. They got their equal pay. They're tired.
They're tired, bro. Yeah. Like, they've been like, this is not a diss. And I said, but like, especially for some freaking friendlies, for the love of God, this is not that important.
They're gonna turn it on.
They know what they're doing.
They're gonna, and I cannot wait to be wherever I'm gonna be watching those games, because I will be.
When does USA. It get real?
June 23rd is the first.
Next summer. Oh yeah. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Is that World Cup time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nothing to mess around with. I don't mess around. I thought you meant like they got some games coming up in the next week or so.
No, they're done for this year.
Right?
They're done for this year. They'll have a couple
warm-up
games.
It was the end of the season. They were over it. What are you guys freaking out about? Leave these ladies alone. They are boss as fuck. I don't really know if there is another dynasty, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, bigger than the USWNT dynasty over the last half a decade plus. Mm-hmm. Is that fair?
Very fair.
Thank you. Okay. This weekend, is that what's coming up next? This weekend in Indy, back to back, the Orlando Magic play the Indiana Pacers on Saturday.
You guys going to both?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Huevos Rancheros coming to town, biatch.
Yeah.
We're going to see Huevos Ranchero.
Yeah, look for Matherin to have a big game to show that he's the rookie of the year. And
he's not messing around. That was
a lot of noises.
That was a lot of noises. Ooh. That was a lot of tink-tinks. Shout to Tink. But, yeah, weekend in Indy. They are coming to town. Orlando's coming to town on Saturday. Me and Brittany Dawn, shouts to Birdie. We're going to the game on Saturday. And then Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles are in town versus the Indianapolis Colts and our interim head coach, Jeff freaking Saturday. They're going from the worst team ever to literally an undefeated football team in 7 days.
Yeah.
So that's what coaching is right there, baby. Quick turnarounds. You're only the man for a day. It's Monday. Get over yourself, Jeff. Saturday, right back to it. What you think about that? How you feel about Saturday? You think we can get this dub? Can the Pacers get? We got one on Wednesday.
Orlando's not a team to mess around. They're a young team as well. That is, no one's really looking at them. They play tough. He's having a hell of a rookie season so far.
He's balling.
25
a game balling in 38 minutes, though, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They actually have always given the Pacers a little bit of trouble with the way that they play. They have some great young talent on that team. So it'll be a tough win, but I think the Pacers can beat them for sure.
Final score, Philadelphia versus Indy.
The no mistake Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go...
I say 34-24.
34-24. Okay.
Not Colts.
Right. I'm going to go...
Oh, I really... Actually, fuck that. Let me think on that.
I'm going to go 30-23. 31-23. Sorry, because that'd be harder for 30. 31-23 for Eagles, yeah.
27-20 Colts. They do it. They get the dub. First team to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. 27-20. They can't go undefeated. They can't go undefeated. Somebody's got to do it. 27-20 Colts.
What's his name going against his old team?
Sirianni going against Sirianni coming back. 27-20 Indianapolis Colts. They get the freaking job done. I'm gonna call it. Oh my God! Can you imagine? He would hire Jeff Saturday on the spot if they beat. Look at you! You won't even smile. If they beat the Philadelphia Eagles next Sunday, he would literally hire Jeff Saturday on the spot to like a 3-year deal. I guarantee. I swear to God, he would. He's that crazy. Woo! You're the quarterback, baby. It's you. You are him. You're not buying it, huh?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm feeling it. I got the fever.
Yeah.
On a serious note.
Let me go. You go ahead.
What you got?
No, go ahead.
You sure?
I want to look at the Eagles' final schedule.
Oh, go ahead.
And I'll say who I think they're actually going to lose to. All right. Indianapolis, Dallas, Arizona, Los Angeles.
You don't see anybody. I looked earlier. You don't see anybody that you think they're going to lose to. That's why it's got to be somebody.
Wait, that's not theirs. That's all of Sunday. That's weird. Hold on. Where's just theirs? Hold up. Hey.
You're so silly.
That was not who they play last. Okay, sorry.
I promise.
Green Bay, Tennessee, New York. Will they lose to New York a second time?
The Giants?
Wait, they didn't lose to New York before. I
Nope.
made that up before.
They're undefeated, bro.
They haven't played New York. Remember I said they... Oh, wait. Who did I say lost to New York? Oh, Baltimore. That's who it was. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. Right. New York? It's got to be New York or Dallas. They play New York twice in the remaining schedule. They're not going to lose to Washington. They're not going to lose to Pittsburgh, not Houston. Indianapolis, Green Bay.
Where's the Green Bay game?
At home.
No, they're not losing
At night.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think New York, they play in New York and in Dallas. It's going to be one of those two.
End of the season.
Into the season.
They're like, fuck it.
Dallas is with 3 games left. I think you'll see
know.
at New York or at Dallas. I don't know that they'll lose at home the rest of the
They're
year.
going to overlook them Indianapolis Colts. They're going to overlook them, baby. They're going to be like, we got this dub. And they're going to find themselves in the fourth quarter. Like, holy snaps. What the hell is going on? Why is this game so tight? This game should not be this tight.
I've been hurt, and I'm not ready to forgive yet.
I'm a little bit faster. Faster to forgive.
I'm not ready
All
yet.
you got to do is show me you care, baby. All you got to do is show me.
I'm not ready yet.
Show me you're trying.
Yeah.
Real talk, though. On a serious note, University of Virginia had a shooting yesterday. 3 football players and or former football players were shot. Lavelle Davis Jr., Devin Chandler, Deshaun Perry, all players for the football team. I believe they were on a bus or something that was going on, and they were coming back. They were shot. 2 other students were shot as well. But I believe that they will be okay. At least they were taken to the hospital with less than critical conditions, I believe. And we don't believe in saying like the shooter and the person's name who did the crime or who did the stuff. We're not about giving publicity to people who do heinous acts on this show. But he was a former player on the team, is a former player on the football team, and he is officially in custody. But we just, we cover all the stuff on here, even when it's hard, when it's tough. Prayers, blessings. We're so sick of saying like we're praying for the mass shootings or whatever the case may be. But, anytime young children, literally 19 years old, we're talking about you guys, young children are on a bus on campus coming back thinking that everything's going to be okay and they're going to go to the crib and get on the sticks and play some Call of Duty or whatever, and they end up shot. Not freaking cool. Like,
nope.
Absolutely horrible. But prayers up to Charlotte. Heard the news this morning when I woke up and got on Twitter, obviously, because Twitter is breaking news for everything. So, you got anything on it?
Nope.
Got nothing on it.
Nope.
Charlotte's been through a lot, man. They got the Unite rally. murders and kidnappings happening. Like I googled some stuff, like murders and kidnappings happening all the time, mass shooting. Like I don't know what the hell is going on in Charlottesville, but like we're sitting.
We gotta figure it out.
Got to figure it out for sure.
We gotta figure that out.
We are sending you guys mad love today, tomorrow, yesterday, and here forward. Penn and Pops are with you.
Yep.
Have yourselves a phenomenal week, y'all. Everybody, nationwide, worldwide, wherever you're listening, wherever you're streaming, thanks for following. Invite the show to a friend. Let them know that Penn and Pops are here.
Does our next episode come out on Thanksgiving?
Does our next episode come out on Thanksgiving? Tell me that that's real. Oh, bro, we gotta eat. We gotta we gotta have a Thanksgiving episode. The Christmas tree will be up.
That's right?
Can it really drop on that day for real? We're really gonna do it on that day? We're dropping on Thanksgiving?
The 24th, right?
No, that's next weekend. No, it's the weekend after.
The 1st.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was like...
Is it Thanksgiving next week?
Yes, bro.
Fuck. All right.
Right?
Shit, okay.
Thanksgiving is a week.
All right, so the 1st of December is the next. I was like, holy shit.
That would be mad cool.
Now, I will say this quick little thingy. If you want to pay attention, Men's World Cup starts the 21st of November. So you'll see men play their first game if you're into soccer at all. So it'll be the day before we record.
Thank you for the update.
And last update, Eagles are losing 17-14 to the Commanders right now, going into
halftime. Shut up right now, dog. See what I'm saying? They're gonna I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. All right. Much love to y'all. See you next time.
Yep.
Penn and Pops, we out of here.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop.
Yeah.
And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s.
Final.
Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen. That little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. Yeah. And this shit right here be the proof.